Let us wait for some more time. Just give us some time because it doesn't depend on us. It is on the interest of other people.
Hello.
Hello, hi,
Hello.
Sachin. Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm audible.
Yes, yes, we can hear you. Sachin, we are waiting for a few more people to join because it is not worthwhile to have a session with such a less number of students. Okay, so just let us give us some time.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me, Sachin? Hello, 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 Sachin. Can you hear
Yes,
me?
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, now.
Okay, okay. It is, I don't know, it is difficult to understand why people are not joining. It's a free session. There is no charges. Uh, is it because of the situation about the job market? Sachin, what do you think?
Uh, so job market, see, I don't think so that job market is one of the aspects because if people are getting something free, I mean, obviously they are just new to this, but at least they should join. I don't know what is the problem, why they are not willing to just learn or get a quick idea about the things.
No, this was actually even a month and a half back also. It was like
Yes.
many people used to 20, 21, 25 people used to join every Saturday in
Uh,
both the batches, in both the sessions, cybersecurity, DevOps, and now recently you have started AI data science.
mhm,
But last 3, 4 weeks, I'm finding that the thing is people is more interested to learn it offline or something like that. So offline, if it is there, then there is no point in this endeavor because for the last 1 year we have been successfully conducting these free sessions. Mm,
One, two,
four
I think
students.
four students only.
At least unless and until we get 10 students, it will be a bit difficult, you know. You don't feel motivated, right, Sachin, as a mentor?
Motivated as well as sir, uh, we will not achieving what we are expecting to
Yes,
from
yes, the
conducting
purpose
this.
is not served. Yes, yes, you are right.
Right?
We wanted to reach these free sessions to maximum of people
Maximum of
who are
people, right?
who have enrolled. Yeah, enrolled for free or registered for free or who are members in our group.
Right, correct. But still, I
I
don't know why it's been 17 minutes now.
17 minutes. We will wait for another 2 minutes. Okay, so 18 minutes. It's
No worries,
7:18 now. So we
no
will
worries.
wait for another 2 minutes. What do
No
you
worries.
think? Whoever has joined, Vikas, RT, Oiko Lade, and Sunny, is it worth?
Yeah, I think it's not worth, right, if there are less students.
It will be good for you, but see, you will also not be feeling
Yeah, from your
interested.
point of view, also it is not making sense, right? You're putting a lot of effort, then at least, as you said, minimum requirement should be there, 10 to 15.
Yes, minimum. And we used to have without any like, yeah, of course, I admit that last few weeks we are not putting any ad over into any social media or anything. So maybe that is impacting. But even that, so we are having most of the old students are there in our group. The more than 1,000 people are there now, and in the in the 4 groups that we are maintaining for this free internship. So
Uh,
they might, even if 20, 25 people from each group join, that is a huge one. We used to have that much. Maybe it is a total overall situation that is impacting. People are people say whenever the work or the job will be available in the market, when the jobs start pouring in, we will also
uh,
start learning. But that is a wrong approach. You should be prepared for the worst. And I don't know.
might be, sir. It is due to the the competition also because there are lot of companies and tech platforms are there. Those who are providing the same sort of thing.
Mhm.
Do you
Yeah,
think that
might be.
it is also a point?
But Sachin, I think free, nobody would be doing, right? Free sessions at least.
Yes, definitely not. The free is
So
no one
is
is
the
doing
advantage
free.
here. Yeah.
I don't know why the people are not willing to take an advantage of it. In my time when I was just started my journey with this data science, so I every time look for some free webinar, workshop, every time free certifications and everything. And I don't know
Yeah,
what people are thinking right now. Why they are not willing to just grab new things.
maybe because we have been running this cycle for the last almost like 9, 10 months now.
Hmm.
So generally a product has a life cycle. So whether we have to rethink over it, or we may check once more with ads again, because we have our new guys joined to our company who are good in SEO and digital marketing. So we are hopeful that from next week or next weekend, because they are going to start from Monday. So the entire week, the next week, we are going to put up a lot of ads.
Uh,
Okay.
uh,
So maybe this week will have the next coming week will have a very good impact. But if that also fails, that means there is some environmental factor, some other things that we are not being able to find out the reason. And actually, we are involved in so many activities. We are not giving, I mean, we are not having much time to sit with our students and find out what the problem is. That is also one thing we are not doing it. Earlier, we used to do feedback channels and all the stuff. But seriously, we thought that since it's a free session and the level of the quality level that we deliver is also quite good as per the feedback. So we thought that, okay, with 8 weeks, with 6 weeks, we can deliver at least you know where you stand and you can select a particular domain of your liking. You know, this is my strength. Yes, I can do good going to this either DevOps or cybersecurity or AI data science or data analytics. But let's see. So maybe next week we are going to find out after this ad go in whether still people are interested or they are still not interested. Then we have to have an introspection of the things. So it is already 23 minutes past the time. I don't think we have any purpose, Sachin. Our purpose will not be met.
yes, sir,
But we
definitely.
will keep trying. Every weekend we will keep trying. Like I will again try to see in DevOps whether people come to attend the second part of CI/CD pipeline. If not, then I will also abandon it. Oh, few people are joining. So how many? One, two, three, four, five, six. Shall we give 5 more minutes, Sachin?
Sure, sir. Let's wait. No issues.
Okay, okay, sure. So let us give it half an hour. So that is 7:30. Will that be fine, Sachin?
Uh, Fine, sir. No issues. Let's just wait for next few couple of minutes, and then we will decide.
Sure, sure. In the meantime, if Sachin, if somebody wants to use this opportunity to ask anything on AI data science with Sachin, that will also help. Because it is only once you have completed the AI data science, at least 80% of attendance, live attendance, which are recorded. So after that, you have to complete all the topics that are there in the website. That is, you have to complete, there will be tick mark under each topic that you have read through. And there will be a set of questions after that. Only then, once everything is completed with a green sign. After that, automatically your certificate will be generated under your profile. It is not that any manual process will be there. If you complete all these steps, if you have 80% of live attendance, as well as you have gone through all the topics, there is a tick mark against each of the topics in our site, as well as you have attended all the questions. That's all. You are eligible for the certificate. Completion certificate it is. You don't have to pass any, test or anything. Okay. Oh, another thing I missed out is those topics are locked. If you are not registered, they will not be unlocked. So you cannot read the topics. So naturally, for a certificate, you need to get registered yourself for that particular uh, session. I mean, not session, the course, the internship, free internship course, like AI, data science, or DevOps, or cybersecurity, or you can register for all the three. Sign up like you have to register in that session, in our site, through our site. Ah, that's fine. Then it's okay. No issues. Sachin,
Yes, sir.
I think we can better have a session. What do you think?
No issue, sir. I don't have any problem.
Because people has already waited for 25 minutes.
Yes.
We must respect that as well.
Yes, yes, definitely. Definitely. We can go ahead.
Sure, sure. So we can start.
Sure, sir. Mm, First of all, there is a slight uh, inconvenience, guys. I don't know why, but the camera on my device is not working today. Previously, from the last two sessions, it was working fine, but today this Microsoft team is not allowing me to uh, open the camera. I'm not getting access. I hope that will not affect the learning anyone, right?
No, it's fine, Sachin.
Okay. Even yesterday, it wasn't Tim was not creating link for meetings in the afternoon, so I think there's something going
We have to check that link as well. I don't know.
on. No, not here.
But
I mean, in some other.
okay. So Sachin, yes, that the previous session, I also could not open my camera, though it was not because of any issue in Teams. It was because my network was very, it was not, yeah. So I preferred to not make my camera on, so that at least I can conduct the session without the camera, with my audio, and I can share the screen and all the stuff. So Sachin, we can start.
So,
Sachin,
sure, sir, sure. Let's move it. Let me share my screen first. I hope everyone can see my screen. Is it visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So, fine. I hope that few of you have tried to understand that what we are going to do for this session. What is the prime, you can say, aim of working on today's session? Anyone? What is the purpose of this session? What topic we are going to understand? Any idea?
I think you mentioned RNN somewhere.
RNN, correct. RNN. So, okay, anyone tried to, you can say, to just think about RNN or anyone tried to get any idea what RNN could be, where we can use RNN, what are the application in the real-time scenario of RNN? Anyone?
Do you use it in chatbots, like to maintain the sequence of conversations?
Okay, chatbot, good,
I'm
good.
not sure.
No worries, no worries. We will discuss about that. Anyone else? Any other example? Any idea? Okay, let's take an example to understand about RNN, right? Let's suppose, for example, if you go to Google, just open your browser and go to Google. Now, if you try to search anything, right? Let's suppose I'm simply saying that if you are trying to search for neural, it also gives you some other, you can say some other result, right? It try to predict some words, correct? Yes, no?
Yeah, correct.
Right. Now, so how this Google is predicting it? Does it have a specific method? Does it have a specific, you can say, of an algorithm, okay, on the basis of which it is trying to predict that thing? No. Simply, there is a network which we are using here that is called RNN, which stands for Recurrent Neural Network. Neural network. Okay. Now understand. How many of you understand the term neural network? If anyone attended the first session where we have discussed this neural network part, anyone there? Or any idea what is neural network?
You said neural network is used to transmit information or messages, something like that.
Okay. Okay, anyone else? Yes or no? Simple. Otherwise, we are going to discuss it. No issues in that.
No.
No. See. So what is neural network? Basically, neural network is a, you can say, is a connection of different layer which can work or which can act just like a human brain. Means it has the capacity to make decision on its own. Okay. Now, how it is going to take that things. So there are different type of layer we apply. That is input layer. Then we have hidden layer. Then we have output layer. Now in every hidden layer we have neurons. Perceptron is there, and inside that there are multiple functions generating. Like summer is there, right? One activation function we use, optimization function we use. Okay, on the basis of all of that, a neural network work, correct? But you also need to understand here that neural network only works for feed forward. Feed forward. Feed forward, or we call it as sequential data. Sequential data. Now, anyone, any idea what is sequential data? How can we define, or if from the real-time scenario, if you want to give any example of sequential data, how can you define it? Guys, anyone?
No idea.
Okay. Okay. So see what is sequential data. Understand. I'm simply giving you an example of the sequential data which you can relate to your daily life. Okay. See. So when I'm saying that, let's say for example, okay, I have data from the stock market. Now, try to understand why I'm discussing the data from the stock market. Is it possible that if you miss the data, let's suppose for example, I have 5 days of data, right? That is D1, D2, D3, D4, and D5. If I have 5 days of data, I can predict day 6 correctly. Yes or no?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
But what if I don't have the data for the day 2 and day 3? Can I predict the data for day 6 accurately?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Is it possible for me to predict the data or predict the rate for the day 6?
Sorry, repeat your question, please. I'm sorry.
Question is, let's suppose for example, I have data for the 5 days, right? That is from D1 to D5, correct? I can predict the data for day 6 accurately. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. What if happen if I don't have the data for day 2 and day 3? Can I predict the price for the day 6 accurately?
No, no. That's not. That's
No.
impossible. That's
No,
impossible. Yep.
not possible. Correct. Now see. So this is what sequential data. Sequential data means which follow a pattern, which follows a track, which follow a sequence. Only if it is following a sequence, only then it is possible for you to generate the accurate result. Otherwise, it is not possible. Okay. Yes or no?
Okay, clear.
Right. So first thing is that RNN we use to work for sequential data, right? Now let's discuss about the practical application where we have used, where we have seen it. One example I have given that while working on any, you can say any browser, right, or in any search engines are the best example of recurrent neural network. Why? Because in search engine you have a specific, you can say entity which separates the entire neural network from recurrent neural network. And what we call this entity is, we call it as the hidden layer, which is simply a memory. Okay, which is simply a memory, right? Getting my point? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's see the architecture of this neural network first of all, right? Okay. So let's go and discuss the architecture. So if you look at the architecture of RNN, it is entirely different for any conventional neural network, right? What is that here? The input X goes to a hidden layer H, right? And it is a recurrent like this. So we will talk about this, what this recurrent is, right? Then there is some weight associated which generates a output O like this, right? Now if I try to expand this architecture, so it will look like what happened. Now understand what happened when I unfold it. So here there is a hidden layer at ht minus 1, which takes input xt minus 1, which holds takes an input at xt minus 1, then weight associated with it, and it generates a output that is OT minus 1. Now it goes in the next state like this. Again, we have XT. Now this state will be HT, and the next state will be HT plus 1. Okay. Right. And then here we have U. So here okay. This is your XT plus 1, which generates the output as 0T plus 1. This will generate the output as 0 at time T. And with every output, there will be a weight associated. Okay. Right now. Okay, someone not muted. Okay. Now see. So here comes the component of RNN that we need to discuss, right? So a RNN primarily having two components. One, so here we have components in RNN, right? RNN. What is the first component is called the recurrent neurons. As we are working with neural networks, obviously neurons will be there, right? So first is the recurrent neuron. Second is called the RNN unfolding. RNN unfolding, right? RNN unfolding. Okay. Right. Clear to this, everyone? Guys, anyone, any question, any doubt right now till this?
What does this weight imply here?
Okay, so weight is the mathematical entity which describes the priority of your data. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's understand
Kind
this.
of algorithm, right?
No, not an algorithm, not an algorithm. Understand. So when I'm saying weight, right? Let's understand like this. Let's say you are giving some instruction to a neural network. Okay, let's say I am giving three different instructions. Let's say I1, I2, and I3, right?
Okay.
Which instruction has the maximum priority? That we are going to define through this weight.
Okay. Got it.
In a layman term, you can understand it, but when we deal in the real time scenario, the weight get attached with every input.
Okay.
Okay, which determine the preference of the input. Clear?
Okay. Got it.
Right. Okay. Now see. So as I said, that there are basically two main, you can say, components that we need to discuss. First is called the recurrent neurons. So what is recurrent neuron? Recurrent neuron says that it holds a hidden state that maintains information about previous inputs in a sequence. As I mentioned, that using the RNN, we are going to work on sequential data, correct? Right? So definitely, if it has to work on previous data, it must need to store them. Yes, no?
Correct.
Right?
Hmm.
Right. So that storing mechanism, how it is performing, that it is performing through this recurrent neuron. Getting my point?
Yeah.
Yes, understood. Yes, understood.
Okay. Now, so when we say recurrent, right? Recurrent means that it doesn't matter how many times you are working on it. Okay, it will give you the same result. Getting my point? Like for example, if I am searching right now that what is a recurrent neural network, or as soon as I put recurrent, I will get the some prediction about next word, right? Whether it is neural network, whether it's something else. But definitely, if I search any other time, I will get the same answer. Yes or no? Correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Right. Okay, so that is what recurrent. Recurrent means remember. Simple. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now another one which is called as RNN unfolding. What is RNN now? Understand? RNN unfolding, right? Unfolding, or you can say unrolling. Okay. Anything you can say. Both are same. So what this unfolding say? It is the method or process of expanding the recurrent structure over time steps, right? Now understand this very carefully. This unrolling is the most, you can say, important part of understanding any RNN, right? Because if you look at the architecture, I have represented the state, that is your input and output, on a time basis. Everyone remember? Yes, no? Guys, you remember? This is let me show you this part. Here I have represented every unit as a unit of time, right? T minus 1, then T, and then OT plus 1. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Right? Now see. So this unfolding on unrolling, it is related to that time step, right? So what happened actually when you are doing the RNN unfolding? Okay, what actually happened here? So when we do the unfolding, so in every you can say step, right? That is in every unfolding, each step, that is each step of your unfolding of the sequence is termed as, not termed actually, treated as, right? Is treated as a separate layer, as a separate layer. Okay. Now, what this separate layer is, what is the purpose of this separate layer, right? Why we are looking for this separate layer? This separate layer is simply do the function of how information flows, right? Separate layer which simply do the function of how information flows across each time step, right? Now, when we are saying that how information flows, if you talk about a conventional neural network, so conventional neural network is a kind of a feed forward. Feed forward. Feed forward means in which your data travels or flows from input state. This is your input state. Then get processed on the hidden layer. This is your hidden layer. And finally, it reaches to the output layer. Okay. This is how the feed forward neural network or the basic of conventional neural network works. Getting my point? But this neural network, right, which is recurrent, it also, you can say, process your information going back, right? If you look at the architecture, in the hidden layer, I have created a circle, a loop like this, right? Remember?
Yeah.
Right. Now see, so how this loop is creating? This is nothing. This is what we called as back propagation through time. Okay. See, so understand this.
Okay.
See. So once we have this unrolling or unfolding thing, this unrolling enable rolling enables back propagation through time, which is called BPTT, back propagation through time. Getting this, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the question is that when the recurrent neural network already has, you can say, a specific unit to store your previous input, right? Then what is the purpose of this back propagation? Why we are using it? So see, just a second, let's stop getting rain here. Just a give second, guys. Just a minute. Okay, right. So what is the purpose of this back propagation when we already have a hidden state or hidden layer exist? Understand. So definitely, whenever you are working on in any neural network or any machine learning algorithm, deep learning algorithm, there will be some chances of errors. Yes, no?
Yeah.
Right. Now, so how that errors
Yes,
you
sir.
are going to
Yeah.
rectify? Okay. How you are going to rectify those errors? Now, if you say that we will design the neural network again, so that means you have to shut down the entire process. Let's suppose, for example, if you are searching something on Google and Google is giving you wrong answer. Now, Google is trying to, you can say, just sort out that error. So they have to shut down the entire browser, entire search engine. Does it like that? No, definitely not. Correct? They don't need to shut it down. So what I have to do, I have to, you can say, create my neural network such a way that it can rectify those errors at the same time. Getting my point? That is
Yeah.
what back propagation through time means. So using or through this, what happened? It is a learning process where errors are propagated across time steps to adjust, adjust the weights and enhance the RNNs ability to learn. Getting my point? Yes, no, till this, everyone? Clear or not?
Yes.
Anyone, any question, doubt? Okay, now, this is the conceptual understanding of how RNN work or what will be the architecture of RNN, right? Now we will let's discuss about the, you can say, about the core part of architecture, which is your hidden state. Because see, hidden state is the only difference in your in the RNN from any conventional network, right? From CNN or ANN. It is at the only specific thing that is all hidden state. So obviously, if it is have a different one, so there will be a different approach to work with this, correct? So we will now understand that how a hidden state is going to be calculated, because that is the main point. If you need to work on any hidden, or sorry, with any RNN. So here, let's suppose if in RNN, I am representing hidden layer by HI. So how I'm going to calculate this HI? So there is a formula which we use, which is called H is equal to sigma U dot product with X plus W dot product of H T minus 1. That is hidden state at time stamp 1, HT minus 1. That is in the previous minus 1 time step plus B. This is the formula, right? Now, what is H here? So H representing your current hidden state. Current hidden state. Then this U, capital U. This and W, this. So U and W, these are the weights matrices. And what is this B? B stands for bias. Getting this? Guys, formula, direct formula is there. Okay, there is no complex computation and all that there. Direct formula is there. On the basis of this, you can calculate your hidden state. Then the next thing that we need to calculate is called the output calculation. So this is your hidden state. Let me just write it. HI is the hidden state, and another one is, let's suppose, output calculation. Output calculation, right? Okay. Now, how to calculate the output? So there is again a formula which we use, that is Y is equals to O V into H plus C, right? Now, what is this O, V, H, and C? All that. So Y is the output here. O is the activation function. This is your activation function. Okay, now first of all, tell me, how many of you understand activation function?
I don't understand.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else?
And even what does this bias stand for in the above formula B?
Sure. Okay, so now we are going to discuss two things. First, we have to discuss bias and activation function. Understand what is bias. So bias is a value which you provide to, you can say, to restrict the condition of overfitting. That means you want that your network is not going into the condition of overfitting. Now, what is overfitting? Understand. Overfitting says, in simple terms, okay, overfitting says that if you are getting high accuracy in the learning period, let's suppose, for example, you are creating a neural network. Okay, obviously you require some data so that your network learn. Yes, no?
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Let's say this is your historic data, right? And on the basis of this, your neural network is going to generate some new data, right?
Mhm.
To understand it better, you can take the latest example of that chat GPT, right? everyone start generating the Ghibli art, correct?
Yeah.
Right. While many those who are you can say have a deep understanding what is happening in the industry, they restrict, they directly mention don't give your pictures to the chat GPT. Why? Because indirectly what you're doing, you are giving data to the network to learn, right? Which what the neural network is doing, what the chat GPT is doing, it is generating a new art for you, a new picture for
Yeah.
you, correct?
Correct.
Right. But I hope, I don't know whether you have seen it or not, because uh, I have gone through a lot of you can say cases, right, in the Ghibli art, where the Ghibli art or where the chat GPT is generating some random images as well, some random objects in the image, correct? Now understand why that was happening. Because your neural network, okay, is working, is learning from the historic data, right? And it is generating your new data. It might be possible that your neural network is making some errors, okay, or it is not efficient in generating the correct result. So what is overfitting here? We were discussing about overfitting. So how can you understand overfitting? Overfitting means, let's suppose, while learning from historic data, your neural network showing an accuracy of, let's suppose I'm saying, okay, while learning from it, it is showing an accuracy of 97%, right? Okay. But
Okay.
when you are generating the new data from your neural network, now your accuracy reduced to, let's suppose I'm saying 90%. Okay.
Okay.
So this is what overfitting is. While in learning phase, higher accuracy, but in testing phase, it is getting low accuracy.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. Now coming to the bias. Okay, so we have discussed bias, right? Now, what is activation function? Activation function is simply a mathematical entity or a mathematical formula which triggers a neuron, not neural network, which triggers a neuron to work, right? Understand more? Fine. Okay. Let's suppose, for example, okay. Let's suppose, for an example, okay. What is gag reflex? Anyone? What is gag reflex?
Not
Any idea?
heard of it.
No worries. Okay. Okay, you might face sudden jerk in doing some movement, right? Ever happen?
Yeah.
Like, for example, you are sleeping and there is a sudden jerk in your body,
Yes. Yes.
right? Right. Whether it's an voluntary action or involuntary action,
Involuntary.
involuntary, but your body still process it, correct?
Yeah.
Means how that action is generating. Obviously, without brain, nothing is possible, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So definitely there will be some trigger in your brain, a specific part of your brain, which is generating that function. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Now just understand like this, try to relate. The function which is triggering the part of your function to generate that reflex,
Mm-hmm.
that is activation function.
Okay.
Okay. So in the
Mm-hmm.
same way, when you are working with neural network, in the neural network as well, we have multiple types of activation functions. So according to the need, according to the output, or according to the input we have, or data we
Mm-hmm.
have, we will choose the type of activation function. We apply that on the hidden layer and move on to the next part, or we generate the output.
Okay.
Anyone else? Any other question, doubt?
Yes, quick one. So where does the neural network, where does that fit into that equation you just explained?
No. See. Neural network, we are talking about all this hidden layer and everything. That is part of neural network.
Okay.
If you need to understand how the neural network look like, or how the architecture of it, so
Mm-hmm.
you can see like this. So this will be your input layer. Let's suppose this will be your input. Then it goes to the hidden layer. This is your hidden layer. Okay.
Right.
Where multiple neuron will be there and your information is going to be processed.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And finally, it will generate the output like this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is a simple diagram. You can understand. This is how the neural network look like.
Okay.
Okay. So this HI that I have wrote here, right? All of that is we are providing inside this. This is your hidden layer. Getting?
Got it.
Right. Anyone else? Any other question or doubt? Yes, no, guys. Anyone? Any other question or doubt you have?
No further questions. I think we can continue.
Okay, fine. Now, so we have discussed about this, right? Okay, let's try to generate an application, a simple Python code where we can create some neural network. Okay, is it fine? Yes, no? Ready, everyone?
Yep.
Okay. So just give me a second. Let me open my Jupyter. Okay, anyone else wants to execute side by side? Okay, so open a new file and share the screen.
Oh, you share.
Yeah, it is. Now I have shared.
All right.
Everyone getting now?
Yes. Jupiter. Yes.
Network break. Okay, so let's begin. So the first thing that here we are going to do is the library that we require. Okay, you can use TensorFlow as well, and there is one more library which is you can say more familiar, or which is better to work with RNN, is called Torch, right? So first of all, let's import the library. So I'm going to import enter now. So first of all, I'm going to import the torch. Torch. Give it control enter. Done. So it is imported, right? Now we are going to define the neural network, right? So that is why what I need to mention here, that from the torch import torch dot nn as nn, right? And one more library I require, which is import torch dot tin optimizer as optim. Execute them as oh sorry. Oh, done. Anyone executing side by side, guys? Yes, no? Or anyone wants to execute? Fine. So let's suppose, for example, I am defining a sample data here, right? So here we have sample data. So what I want here, first of all, I need to define a sequence, right? That is what sequence I want to generate, I want to get the data or get the output, right? So let's suppose I am defining one sequence here, let's suppose hello. And then I'm saying that here we are defining one variable that is called characters, which is a list type. And how it is generating? So it is generating from the variable that I have defined here, which is sequence, right? Means this character list is going to be generated from the sequence data. And why I have defined it as list, as a set, because I don't want the redundancy here. Getting my point? The set basically we use to restrict the duplicacy. Okay. Now, first of all, I need to ch character. I'm going to convert every character to the index, right? I need to calculate the index of every character. So that is why I'm putting here. If you are familiar with, the list comprehension, right? Then I hope it's easy for you to understand. Ch in enumerate and chars cas. Okay. Then next part, what I'm going to do, I will convert this index to character, that is char, is equal to I such that ch for ch in character to index dot items. Okay, execute this, done. So we have created a sample data here and converted the sample data to the character, and then converting back that character to the indexes. Okay, so the first step we have done here. Now coming to the next step, which is preparing input and target. Prepare input and target. So what we will write, we will simply write input. I'm defining one variable here, which is input to sequence, right? And here, sorry, character to index, and inside this I'm going to mention the ch, that is the character for ch and seq sequence. Now here I want to access the sequence, or you can say every letter, okay, from the sequence. So I need to slice it. So I am going to use the slice operator here till the last index value. Okay, this is what sequencing, slicing is. Next, I am defining one target, that is target underscore sequence is equals to index, and here I'm again providing that ch for chn sequence right. Done. Okay, right? So what it will do, it is going to define your target and the input here, right? Means how the target and the your input is generating. So that we have defined here. Execute this, done. Now I need to define some weights. So here I'm using tensor, input underscore tensor. Okay. So I'm defining here using a torch dot tensor. Sorry, I'm not defining the weight, I'm creating tensor, right? Torch dot sense tensor, then okay, it will take some input from the sequence that I have created, right? And there is a method called Q. That is not showing. Okay, SQU double EGE 1 and target underscore tensor, right? Target tensor is equals to torch dot tensor target underscore SCQ. Done. We have defined the tensor for the input and target as well. Getting? Right. Now after this, from this phase, from this step, we are defining the RNN model, right? Correct? Everyone done till this? Yes or no? Guys, are you guys just executing this or not? Or just looking right now?
Just watching for now. We'll have to
Okay,
put this
no worries.
to practice. Yep.
No worries. So now we are going to define the model.
Quick,
Okay.
quick.
That is,
Do we have to we have to download a Jupyter Lab in on our laptops, correct? And do some
see,
practice, correct?
if it is you have the Jupyter Lab, right? You can work on Jupyter Lab. Otherwise, you can work on Google Colab as well.
Okay.
No worries in that, right?
Okay.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, make sure that you have the libraries available. If you don't have the library, you first need to install them, because like this library like Torch, Keras, TensorFlow, PyTorch, these are generally not available. So you first need to import them. You first need to install them, then you import it. Okay. Okay. So
Got it.
let's share uh, class. I'm creating a class. Let's say BS basic RNN, right? And in this, I'm going to provide NN and module. Now, need to define a function init. Then in init, we are going to put the self hidden state, sorry, input size first. Input size, and output underscore size. So these are the three parameters I am providing in my function. Now, defining one class here, that is super, which is generating from basic RNN, self, and init. So dot RNN is equals to NN dot RNN, and I need to define the input size here and the hidden size here. Okay, then self dot hidden size and your output size. Okay, then def one more function, that is forward function, self, and a unit, an input x, out, size. Defining the size of the output, right? That is one more bracket, right? 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, so what is this? This is your flatten layer. Flatten layer output, right? Now we will define some parameter for the model. Model parameters, that is your input underscore size is equals to the length of the character that is generated, chars. Then your hidden size is equals to 8, and your output size, that is entire length of the chars, right? Now one hot encoding we have to perform. What is, okay, any idea what is one hot encoding? One hot encoding. Anyone? What is one hot encoding? One hot. Right.
No idea.
Okay, see, what is one hot encoding? Anytime if in your data you have categorical data. Categorical data means a data which exists in the form of text, right? And have categories. So how you are going to make it possible for your algorithm to understand that? For that purpose, we are using this method which is called one hot encoder. It simply converts all of your you can say data into specific categories, that is numerical, right? Let's say for example, if I'm saying I have data of different regions, right? Let's say I have data from 4 different regions, north, east, south, west. So what it is going to do, it will convert all of the north where it is written north as 1, rest 0. Then in the next column it will convert the next one as 1 and the rest are the 0. So one hot encoder only, you can say, convert your data in binary, that is in 0 and 1. That's it, nothing else. But the problem is with the one hot encoder is that you can't define your own encoders. You can't define your own values there. Also, it will increase the dimensionality of your data. Means it makes it more complex, right? IN underscore sequence squeeze.
You're missing an S with the squeeze.
Sorry. Initialize model. Model is equals to basic RNN, which will having your input size, then return size, and output size. Then we are is to dot loss entropy loss. Right. I need one more, which is optimizer. MIZD or optimizer is equals to optim dot atom. Sorry, atom model dot it is not giving me parameters, and learning rate I'm defining as 0.01, right? Learning rate should be as minimum as possible so that your algorithm or your neural network or whatever model you are creating, it must learn effectively. Now this is your training phase. Training. So for EPOCH in range 100, I'm defining, right? Sorry, optimizer dot I need zero gradient. GRAD zero gradient, right? Then output. Okay. Output is equals to model, which will take input one hot, then loss is equals to CRIT criterion. There I will take the output and the target tensor. Done. Then calculate the loss X backward, because we are working with backward, right? We are working with RNN, so definitely it is going to be I set of T I set E set ER dot step done. Then generate the prediction output dot arg max. The dimension I'm defining as 1. Then thread underscore characters is equals to dot join method I'm using, right? And I'm joining every index to char ith item for in thread. Now I'm putting one condition: if POCH epochs, if epochs plus 1 modulus 10 is equals to 0. That means I'm running the epoch for every 10 cycles, right? Then print f ch epoch epoch plus 1 loss dot items, sorry, item, right? And predicted predict characters. Okay, execute this. If everything's fine, closing parenthesis where broadcast join. Okay, I finished here. Okay, it is now executing it. Okay, now with cross entropy loss input where line 33. 33 loss targets. So input on defining range of 2000 trapped. So criteria loss to backward 200 step. Well, what is happening? Cross entropy loss argument input position one must be a tensor, not non type. Did I missed anything? Cross entropy I will define here. Criterion is equals to cross entropy loss. That is fine. Then cross entropy loss optimizer, that is also correct. I have used the 9, right? And then cross entropy, correct. Criterion. And loss is also criterion. Output and the target tensor, right? Backward loss optimizer steps are same. Prediction argument max dimension 1. Yeah, right. That is also right. Now what is happening? No worries. So I'll check it, guys. Although there is a very slight mistake I'm making here, right? I just need to look into it, and then I'll forward it to the. Okay. Is this fine, everyone? Clear?
Yes, yes. Please, quick question.
Uh-huh.
What's the best way to get an understanding of all the code you just wrote? I mean, I like what you're doing, but
Mhm.
to get acclimated and to get an understanding of what you're doing and how to translate everything you're doing, what should we do?
Okay. See, so
Okay.
honestly, you have to learn Python first of all,
Okay.
right? Then learn about the libraries, because I am using some functions which only available in the library. If you understand the library, only then you can know what kind of function I'm using or what is the purpose of using those functions. Like let's suppose, for example, cross entropy I'm using here, right? What is the purpose of cross entropy? What is this Adam? Correct. I have discussed what one hot encoder, right? Okay. In the same way, when I'm defining this tensor, so what do you mean by tensor? what is the purpose of tensor. These things you can only understand once you go through the library or once you have the entire understanding of the concepts of the library as well as programming. Only then it will be possible.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Any other question, doubt? Yes, no? Okay. So that is all for my side for today, guys. I hope you guys have learned, although it's very quick, but I hope you guys have learned little bit or you get an understanding of the ANN. Yes, no?
When is the next class?
Next class will be on next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Okay. Same time. Okay.
Yeah, same time. Okay. So that is all for my side for today, guys. Thank you for giving us the time and making this session a little bit of interactive. Next topic and the session timing and the date will be announced shortly. Is it fine? Clear? Yes, no? Yes. So have a good day, guys. Goodbye. Good night, everyone. We will meet in the next session. Till then, bye, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
Hello. Thank you for everyone. Thank you everyone for attending this beautiful session. We are going to start our DevOps. Just having a breather of 5 minutes. After that, we will start. Let us. I have also announced in the groups that we are going to start. We have just ended our uh, AI data science session. We are going to start our DevOps session. Okay. So those who are willing to continue, please continue. In the meantime, we will take just a 1 or 2 minutes break. Is that fine? Let me come back after I give a message in the group, in all the groups. Okay, do you have still some energy left for another, say, almost 2 hour session on DevOps? I will try to make it a bit short. I will try to do it in 1.5 hours. But please uh, just have some energy left for this session as well. Okay. Can we start now? I know it's very difficult to switch over from one domain to the other domain, from one knowledge area to another knowledge area. Quite different. But let us try. Let us try if we can. Okay. So I will just start my session. If you guys have any question from the previous CI/CD pipeline, which is the Azure DevOps one, you can just let me know before we start. We were going through the initial few slides of understanding of Azure DevOps CI/CD pipeline, and today we will continue from where we have left the previous day. Is that fine with you? You have any questions? Please let me know, and also during the session you can let me know what you think about. Yes, Alvi.
Sir, will we get tasks to do after the internship session?
Tasks?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not really.
Okay, sir. Thanks for the information.
Tasks, quizzes, home tasks, whatever you say, that we generally give to our students who are in our job ready training for 7 weeks, 8 weeks. Okay,
Okay,
because
sir.
that is
Thanks for the clarity, sir.
yeah, because that we have labs, we have lots of hands-on session and all those stuff, so that you are very, very comfortable with all the tools in DevOps. Now we are
Thank you,
going
sir.
to discuss today. Yeah, thank you for this question. Now we are going to discuss today. We are going to continue with the previous discussion that is on the CI/CD pipeline. Let me first of all start the. Uh, Mr. Shubro, are you there? Okay, so let me start my recording. These recordings will be available in our YouTube channel, as well as when the recording editing is over, I will also, as usual, for the last so many months, we have been giving all the recordings that we do on this session. We put it in all the groups, all the WhatsApp group. Okay. So let me share my. Just 1 minute. Give me 1 minute before I start sharing my screen. You please let me know if you can see the screen. Okay. I will share my screen now. Are you being able to hear me?
Yes, clearly.
Great, great. So this is the 11th slide that we are going to start today. Just let me know if you can see the screen.
Yeah, it's visible.
Visible, right? What I will do, during my session, I will make it full screen and I will play the screen, because otherwise you will see half of the screen, which is not good. And also before I do that, I will go back here and open my camera. Is that fine? Am I visible?
Yes.
Okay. And then I will also make it full screen. Is this visible more clearly now?
Yes.
Great. What did we learn in the previous day is that we were creating our pipeline, that is the CI/CD YAML pipeline. So you create, you select the repository, or rather, this one. So in this YAML pipeline structure, you have a very important component called variables. Whenever you see you are sort of coding your pipeline, it is called you are coding your pipeline. It is called also IaaC. Okay, so as you are going with the infrastructure, with your entire pipeline, you are coding the pipeline. So pipeline as a code, PaaC, like you have infrastructure as a code, you can code your infrastructure, that is through Terraform. You are creating a server. Okay, that is an infrastructure. So you are creating a development server, you are creating a production server, you are creating your pre-production server. These are called infrastructure. You are creating a network, VPC. You are creating a storage group, a resource group. In Azure, we always say it is a resource group. Anyway, so in AWS, it is called the storage, the glaciers, the storage, whatever it is. So anything that you create, which is tangible, which is visible, is the infrastructure. So variables are a very, very important constituent, this part. Okay, the way you store the variables. So as we have defined, what are the types of variables that we have seen? Two types. Just did you remember?
Global and local.
Fantastic. Global and local. That is, these are pipeline. When you define a variable on the pipeline level, these are called global. That means you can use these variables throughout all